teachers! Kumusta naman tayong lahat? Welcome to ACELT Diaries Season 2, ang weekly kwentuhan ng Ateneo Center for English Language Teaching. Marami tayong kwentong ELT na nakakatawa, nakakaloka, nakakaiyak, at nakaka-inspire. Ako po si Cheche Suarez. Hello, Miss Ines!
Hello, Doc Cheche. Yes, and hello there, dear teachers. Nandito na naman kami para samahan kayo habang nagpapahinga at nagmumuni-muni. Welcome to our ACELT Diaries channel. Ako po si Ines Bautista Yao.
Miss Ines, in this episode, pagkukwentuhan natin ang isa sa mga exciting and in-demand na topic at issue na rin sa mundo ng ELT, ang teaching grammar. Specifically, teaching grammar using drills. Sabi nga sa title natin, to drill or not to drill? That is the question.
Yes, Doc Cheche, that's a very good question. Bakit nga ba kahit 21st century na, marami pa ng ELT practitioners ang nakafocus lang sa form at grammar rules. Tapos, they teach these rules through grammar drills. In fact, ito din ang sentiment ng letter sender natin for this episode. Sabi niya, Dear ACELT Diaries, I have been teaching for over a decade now at ang dami ko nang na-try na strategies in teaching grammar. Pero yung mga textbooks and other resources na ginagamit namin sa school, ang dami pa rin grammar exercises in the form of drills. Okay pa rin ba magbigay ng grammar drills? Maraming salamat and I look forward to your advice, Miss D.
Miss Ines, ang ganda ng point ni Miss D. Nako,
Oo nga.
Makatulong ang episode natin today kay Miss D at sa iba pa natin
Sana.
Dear teachers. Well, Miss D, the idea that the only way or the best way for pupils to learn a language is by giving them grammar drill after grammar drill is a myth, which means ito ay isang maling paniniwala.
Paniniwala.
The use of grammar drills per se is not at all wrong. Let me repeat and emphasize that, dear teachers. Hindi naman po mali ang gumamit ng drills to help learners remember grammar rules kasi may purpose ang paggamit ng drills. Sabi nga ni Paradis, implicit and explicit knowledge are neuro-linguistically distinct. So, since using grammar drills is an example of explicit knowledge, it means may benefit din sa paggamit nito. And one of the benefits is that learners will pay attention to important structures and grammar rules that they need to learn. Yun lang. The use of grammar drills becomes wrong. Ito yun, Miss Ines. It becomes wrong when it's the only thing you do to teach grammar. Unfortunately, this has been a practice in language teaching even to this day and age.
If that's the case, Doc Cheche, paano kaya maiiwasan ng mga teachers na puro grammar drills ang binibigay na exercises sa class?
That's a very good question, Miss Ines. Alam mo ba, ganito palang practice ng maraming teachers kasi according to this one study of Larson Freeman, survey research reveals that grammar is still being taught traditionally in most classrooms in a non-integrative manner. So this is where the problem lies because most, if not all, grammar drills are non-integrative. This means they are isolated or discrete items or sentences that are not related to one another when they're being presented in a lesson. And if the linguistic items are presented this way, alam naman natin yun, Ms. Ines, then they're not meaningful.
Oo nga.
But remember, language learning must be purposeful, meaningful, and relevant. And to achieve this, we need to teach grammar in context. Naku, maalala ko yung isang episode natin last season, Miss Ines, on teaching grammar in context.
Yes.
But we also emphasize, diba, the need to focus on both form and function. Mga dear teachers, sana napanood nyo din yun. Anyway, may argument din si Long dyan. Sabi niya, teaching grammar should not be banned, but that communication should be foregrounded. Importantly, grammar instruction should be carried out in a manner that does not interfere with natural acquisition. He favors focus on form teaching, which calls learners' attention to grammatical forms as they arise while learners are communicating. Yan ang pag-usapan natin later. Focus on forms approach, which employs a traditional structural syllabus with its sequence of discrete pre-selected grammar structures. Ito yung parang sa grammar drills. And ito nga lagi natin sinasabi in relation to teaching grammar in context, di ba? Considering this, Miss Ines, how do we make the teaching of grammar integrative and therefore meaningful?
Nako, Doc Cheche, totoo yan. For some researchers like Ellis, Bass-Kirkman, and Lowen, form-focused instruction includes a preemptive treatment of grammatical form, which is often initiated by students and which can be integrated into meaningful language use. So, halimbawa, kung ang grammar lesson ay prepositions and the communicative function is for students to learn how to give directions, you can ask them to use Google Maps to get from point A to point B, pero you also have to give them a clear scenario or context kung paano gamitin yung target language. For example, ito yung prompt. Ayan. You have been approached by two English-speaking foreigners who seem to be lost somewhere in Quezon City. They ask you for directions to get to the Philippine Heart Center from the QC Hall. You happen to have the Google Map application on your phone, but the two strangers who need your help are not familiar with the app. Your task is to give them directions by explaining the Google Map instructions in your own words. Nako, yun yung mahirap, Doc Cheche.
Yes, valid siya.
Make sure to use the correct prepositions to guide the two strangers effectively. O, diba, Doc Cheche, kung ganito ang ipapagawa natin sa mga students, sila mismo ang magdi-discover kung anong preposition ang dapat gamitin. Depende sa lessons nila at sa purpose ng task nila. And then ito naman, isa pang strategy. For example, ang lesson is on writing a brief proposal and the grammar focus is using transitional devices. So since it's a composition task, dapat ma-establish muna ng students before they write ang kanilang purpose, audience, and context para coherent at meaningful ang proposal nila. So example, ito yung task. You're part of an organizing committee for a major school event and you have been asked to propose 2 to 3 activities that you think will be most beneficial to the target participants who will take part in the event. Make sure to use the appropriate transitional devices to make your proposal easy to read.
Ang galing ng mga examples and strategies, Miss Ines. Nakakatuwa din na yung first example is a speaking activity and then yung second example naman a writing task, di ba? Pero may question ako, Miss Ines.
Ano yan?
Paano naman yung assessment part ng ganyang task? Kasi di ba, ang bilis lang mag-check kung grammar drills. Pero paano kaya kung ganyan?
Nako, Doc Cheche, with these kinds of tasks, dapat meron tayong rubric. But we don't have time, so mas maganda kung panoorin nyo ang episode nila Miss Devi and Miss Angel noong season 1 on using rubrics to assess students' tasks.
Oo nga, please watch that episode ha. Ayan, dear teachers. Remember, we don't need to limit our classroom exercises to grammar drills kasi nga, we need to provide our learners integrative, meaningful, and relevant grammar activities through context-based tasks. Thanks for showing us these strategies, Miss Ines. So dear teachers, sana nakatulong ang episode na ito sa inyong teaching practice.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment below and let us know how this episode helped, or perhaps there's a question you'd like to ask on any of the points we raised. Please let us hear from you. Walang quiz, promise. Always, please share, always. If you can lang naman, share ACELT Diaries with your teacher friends. Please also like ACELT FB, where you may also request for handouts with our clickable links and references.
Ako po ulit si Doc Cheche.
And ako naman si Miss Ines, at kami ay nagpapaalala sa inyo to teach grammar in context. Bye, dear teachers!
Bye, dear teachers!